you. But Lord Rami Ranger, a member of the House of Lords, is joining us over the phone. Welcome, sir. Liz Truss is Prime Minister for the United Kingdom after the internal elections that took place in the Conservative Party. In her acceptance address, she spoke a lot about bold tax cuts, which has been her campaign theme, and of course, energy security. Given the fact that she also emphasized the Brexiteer credentials of Boris Johnson, how do you think her relationship with Europe panning out?
First thing first, I'd like to pay tribute to Rishi. That guy fought a tremendous campaign, demonstrated that the talent, you cannot keep a good person down. He was popular throughout the campaign among his parliamentary colleagues, but maybe the people of Great Britain are not ready to have a non-white Prime Minister. But having said that, you have to give to Rishi that he has brought enormous pride to 1.4 billion Indians worldwide, that we feel ab Delhi dur nahi hai. So that means it's going to inspire, motivate, encourage lots of people to come into politics and try their luck. So Rishi has actually smashed the glass ceiling, and his legacy will be remembered for many, many years to come, and he will be back. Having said that, list has a very, very big challenges. Cutting taxes will be a very bad thing because it will only fuel the inflation, because at the moment inflation is over 10%. We need to contain inflation before we can cut taxes. And on top of that, we have a huge energy crisis. We have a war in Ukraine, and commodity prices have gone through the roof. People are finding it very hard to even feed themselves, let alone pay energy bill. So what we promised during the campaign to inducement or whatever is different when you are actually see the figures, when you actually become the leader, and then what you do is a different thing, because you're going to get a lot of civil servant advising you what you can do, what you can't do. So therefore, and the best thing will happen this year is that we will have a free trade agreement with India. India has launched its first indigenous aircraft carrier that has sent a little bit of shockwave throughout the world, that it is India they need, it's the other way around. So I think it's all good news for the Indian community. Thanks to Rishi, thanks to Mr. Modi, and thanks to the Indians who are running all the blue chip companies worldwide. In fact, Indians are shaping the modern world by supplying engineers, scientists, teachers, pharmacists, all sorts of things. So it essentially belongs to the great nation of India. So I think we have a challenging time. What happens next will be very, very difficult for any Prime Minister. But I must compliment the Conservative Party for giving the third woman Prime Minister. So Abhishek, keep watching what happens next.
Lord Rami Ranger, since you mentioned my final quick question, since you mentioned that Sunak could come back, you think in a couple of years the Conservative Party could be ready for a brown leader, brown Prime Minister?
Well, Rishi could come back in a few months because, in Parliament, Liz is not popular. So if they make her life difficult in Parliament, so there might be another leadership challenge. It doesn't have to be 2 years. So they say a week is too long in politics. So therefore, I'm very proud of what Rishi has done. He has demonstrated. He ran a brilliant campaign. He was ahead in hustling. He was ahead in fact, everywhere. Wherever he went, he received more applause, more compliments than anybody. But one of these things, maybe we have come very close, but not close enough to have a leader from a non-white community. So let's see. But Rishi will be the catalyst for that change.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lord Rami Ranger, there with his comments on the development. Liz Truss becoming Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I'll go back to Devanshu, who is live with us from London. Devanshu, coming back to the conversation we were having, if you could make us understand what was the turning point in this